Now, this is part 2, of the woes of not reading. And I've given quite some examples in part 1. So if you not watch part 1, please do, because part 1, part 2 is connected, examples and all that. Now, knowing how to read is different from cultivating the habit of reading. There are two different things. A lot of people know how to read, but the area where we're finding the problem is people cultivating the habit of intentionally reading because they understand that's a primary way of acquiring information. That's a primary way of updating on what you know 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago. And especially where we find ourselves in a world where everything is moving at breakneck speed with the internet. One of the things you cannot neglect is always updating yourself. Always going online to look at what they are bringing out next, how it's different from what they brought last year, and what the advantages is coming with. It's very important, but it's a problem when we have a people, and a society and a community where a lot of people know how to read, but we don't cultivate the habit of reading. Maybe you're not cultivating the habit because you don't understand that that's a primary source of acquiring information. Even if you are in business, you are importing product X on the market to come and sell. If you don't have the habit of reading, and I've already told you that to research, strike the balance between two, do analysis between certain things, it will not happen without you having this attitude and this building or having this character of reading. Just reading alone. So you are selling product X. People have come up with product Y, product Z, but you are still selling product X because you don't have the habit of reading, going online, finding out what's going on. You are still selling product X. But meanwhile, there's product Y, there's product Z that the customers like better. That is better than the product you are selling. That product X you started selling 3 years ago. But if you are somebody who keeps updating yourself, because you understand the times and seasons we find ourselves in, a lot of innovations keep coming every day. A lot of things are showing up all the time. And as a result, you also have to match that speed. That things are always coming up. It's very important. So if you look down here on the continent, a lot of people do copy and paste. They see that, okay, this model is working. You just copy the same thing and are doing the same thing. Nobody wants to create something new. Nobody wants to innovate something new. Nobody wants to be original with what they're doing. So people are sitting down, you realize that, oh, this model is working. Then all of us rush into that model, and then because everybody is doing the same thing, the thing goes out of fashion very quickly. And then they are looking for the next thing. Okay, this model works, and everybody is rushing in. It's a problem. One of the places we have been disabled is this attitude and character of not wanting to read. How are you going to survive in this internet world we find ourselves in? A lot of things are happening at breakneck speed. You have to match it. How do you do it? Every day, news articles are coming out. Every day, somebody has invented something. Every day, something new has replaced that thing you thought was working well yesterday. It's very important. Listen, if you don't cultivate the habit of reading and learning how to find and fetch some of these things for yourself, you accept what everybody tells you. That's a problem. If you know how to fish, you don't sit on the river bank and let somebody go and fish and bring you a kind of fish that actually is not what you want. If you know how to fish, you go inside the water and take the fish that you want. And the same thing, when I transition and bring it back to the house of God, but I'll be there and I'll come to that. You look at a lot of companies that are here in the world that are leading the industry, the Apple, the Googles, the Facebooks. A lot of them have research and development branches and arms. You need research and development if you want to stay relevant in a competition. You need research and development. So when a company X is releasing phone A. They have phone B, they have phone C, they have phone D already in research and development. So by next year, phone B comes out. The following year, phone C comes out. The following year, phone D comes out. What does it do? It buys them a lot of time. Research and development. And if you look closer on this continent of Africa, a lot of entities, companies that have existed for years, they don't have research and development branches. A lot of them don't have it. How are you going to compete? The reason why Google is still relevant is because the model they are running now is working, but they are also doing that same thing, looking around, researching. How can we do this better? How does this get better? And I've said it. If you want to stay relevant in any competition where we find ourselves, you need research and development. And when you come to research entails in hours of looking at a particular thing. Sometimes it's years of looking at the same thing. There are a lot of people, a lot of institutions here, companies down here on this continent are not ready for it. So we're always sitting down and waiting. Somebody should do it and bring it to you. And they sell it to you at a very expensive price. And the next year they bring another one and they convince you that what you were using yesterday, now we don't use it anymore. You have to buy this one. So the more money you have there, you keep spending it. Who's going to become rich? One thing. Our inability. And this thing I'm saying is going to help a lot of people. It's going to help students in the university. It's going to help young coming entrepreneurs and a lot of things. You need research and development. You need research. I'm telling you, if you even enter into a certain market, you need market research. Yeah? You are going to location X to sell something. You need market research. Yeah? You need that attitude of being able to read. It will help you. Yeah? It's going to give you an upper hand where you're going. A lot of people are not doing market research. So people set up a shop and then in a short time it collapses. Why? Because you did not do the market research. You don't know the terrain you are going into. You don't know how many companies are already competing in that field. People just get up, take money, and then set up something without doing a market research to know, is it going to work? Is it going to fail? What are the price points that they are selling? People are not doing a lot of things here. And you look at it closely, you come down to hit one point. The woes of not reading. It's a very big problem. Very big problem. If you look down here, a lot of people are doing copy and paste. You see that, trend A is what is moving now, and everybody is rushing to do the same trend. And because everybody is rushing to do the same thing, it goes out of fashion quickly. They're sitting down waiting for the next trend. Once they find and spot the next trend, everybody is rushing to do it. Nobody is spending time. Nobody is doing whatever research they need to come out with something new, something unique, something dynamic. We are just repeating the same thing. There's no sense of, nobody wants to be original in whatever they're doing. Everybody is just copying the same thing. They are copying the same thing, and some of them are not even implementing it well. It's a problem. In particular, I'm going to switch and move it fully to the house of God and how it's affecting us. How it's affecting us. If you don't want to read yourself, you have no choice but to accept what people are saying. And what people are saying might not be true. What people are saying might be poison, designed intentionally to stop you. To stop whatever you are doing, to stop whatever thing you are trying to develop. You see, people have to come to that state of mind to find it myself. I want to see it myself. I want to see it myself. And this is what the house of God and the church, Christians, have to come to. You know? And as I've said so many times, this notion and mentality that somebody has to read the word of God to me before I'll be able to understand. If what they are feeding you is poison, you stay there forever.